our special guest, George Starke, Tony Kornheiser, and Don Geronimo is out in the audience right now. We're getting ready to answer those questions. Don, go ahead.
Those tough, piercing questions. Let me slide by you for a second. Give us your name and your question.
Yeah, my name is Lee Dufif, and everybody knows that the Redskins' biggest rival is the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Boo!
Get out of town. Anyway, I'd like to know personally who Charles Mann's biggest competition is.
Well, you said it. Dallas Cowboys. You mean a personal battle between someone or a team?
A personal battle would be nice.
I think Keith Van Horn of the Chicago Bears is the guy that I'd like to really have another opportunity of going against, and I'd like to finish him off. I like to finish what I started last.
Got him down. Finish him off.
There goes that mild
We
mannered
don't like to
image.
hear a good answer. See your best game of the season.
My best game of the season? And what about it?
When are you going to try the hardest?
When am I going to have that?
Yeah.
The first Monday night game.
All right.
All right. Hey, get out of town. What's your name and what's your question?
I don't have one.
Don't have a question. How about you? You have a question?
Yes, I do. Charles Mann, I heard the segment before. You said something about nice guy, defensive end, kind of contradiction in terms, I think. I watched your partner give Danny White a concussion. So you guys get upset when you, like, hear about broken bones and things of that nature.
I don't ever try to go out there and physically hurt someone where I'm breaking bones or whatever, you know, but you do tend to try to put that guy out of the game, especially if he's someone that can really hurt you. So we definitely try to, you know, put a guy out of the game for a few plays or maybe that whole game.
Or a lifetime, right.
But we don't ever really want to hurt
You guys
anybody.
don't brag about, like, broken bones,
no, and we don't look at x-rays before games,
things of that nature.
all that. No.
Let's put this in balance a little bit. Charles does a lot of off-the-field things as well. He does a lot of PSAs, and Charles, you might want to talk about that a little bit.
Well, I don't want to steal the show, but sure, all right, I'll talk about it.
Heck, take the show.
I've been going around talking to area high schools about our drug problem with our youth, and it's something that's really close to my heart, and I've been spending a lot of time with it. I worked with Coca-Cola this offseason, Mark Mosley, Jay Schrader, Darryl Green, Daryl Grant, and a few other of us went around to a lot of high schools and really tried to elaborate on a game plan for life, and not including drugs in those. So that was something that was...
All right. You know, guys, George, Pete, Tony, everybody says to me, Don, what is Larry Brown? Remember him? Former great rusher with the Redskins? What's he doing nowadays? Here he is right here with his beautiful bride, Mrs. Brown.
But my question to Charles is that, Charles, well, then, we all don't get mixed up together, and I'm there every time you're there, and I think I'm playing just as hard with 80,000 on my back. What was your what was you going through when the Philadelphia Eagle quarterback hit you with the ball? They did you less than they did me, but what was on your mind when the quarterback hit you with the ball and you didn't react behind it?
Well, I tell you what you guys couldn't see when we all converged, after he hit me with the ball, the first thing I was saying is, don't do my first impulse, and that was to really just go up there and just pick the little guy up and, you know, do something with him. But my first impulse was, hey, let him get the penalty, and I'll get my justification later on. There's a lot more plays, and I'm going after him, you know. So, you know, that was my first impulse. But once he came up to me and the crowd got around me, I kind of grabbed him by his face mask a little bit and did a little talking to him. And also after the game, I talked with him also.
At the end of the season, Charles, I'll be with you, but I won't be in Philadelphia. Here.
Hey, I tell you what, we were behind you in Philadelphia. I wish they would have tried to do that before the game. Or,
see, what people may not know is that Chief Z was roughed up by those people in the city of brotherly love, and they kind of like maimed him up a little bit there. But Chief, I'll tell you what, I'm glad to see you standing on your own 2 feet. You mentioned Larry Brown before. Larry Brown is on his back in a hospital with a back operation. He told me personally to say hello to you and that his heart goes out to you.
Thank you, Larry. Get well soon and stay out of Philadelphia.
All right. For God's sakes. Yeah, all right. All right, put on some real clothes, would you, for God's sakes? We got one more question back here. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Colette. I have a question for Pete. Pete, Clint Tidger is such a super player. Why does he get more publicity? Well, all week, all I heard is Curtis Jordan, Mark. Why not him?
Well, it goes in cycles. And Clint had a big game that first game. He had some key catches in the second game. And really, it was Jay Schrader, Gary Clark's time to shine. And, you know, the press picks up on that, don't they, Tony, a little bit maybe?
In 1983, he also played super against the Raiders.
Who is it now? Because maybe I can write just about this guy. Didier?
Yes. In 1983, he played a great game against the Raiders. I didn't think he got the credit for it.
Well, for the right amount of money, we'll write about anything.
All right, we're going to be back with some gripes and predictions and a comedian following these messages.